Okay, we have another UFO sightings video. This one is a single case. It's from Texas, and it's a rare rectangular craft sighting. So, I've come across one of these reports before, these rectangular ones. This one's a longer case. Um, so I haven't looked at the details yet. So let's get into it and see what we've got here. Um, this is Texas. We did it. But it says here. Um, Let me see. Hold on. I'm seeing all different kinds of areas here that it's okay. Let's just read it and we'll see. um, so this is a rectangular shaped UFO. Um, well, here's how it starts. January 31st of 1981, my wife and I, with my two daughters, went to Broken Bow, Oklahoma, to visit friends and family of our church that we belonged to before we moved to Hooks, Texas for my job. We attended a watch night service and left there at about 12:30 a.m. Um, January 1st, 1982, and visited with one of our close church friends until about 2 a.m. We left Broken Bow on New Year's morning, that 2 a.m. I mentioned, and headed for Hooks, Texas. We went um, we went south on Route 259 south towards the Red River, Oklahoma, Texas border, but decided to go by way of DeQueen, Arkansas. It says ARK. Does that mean Arkansas? As we were coming into Foreman, Arkansas, it just says ARK. I guess they mean Arkansas. Off to the south of Foreman, we noticed a very odd thing. Um, Something was lighting up the sky a reddish orange color, so bright it looked almost like a huge forest fire. Oh my gosh. Only thing, it was pulsating at regular intervals. Okay. Hmm. Okay. After turning south on AR 41 going south, we could still see this pulsating orangish red light out in the distance. We traveled on AR 41 for about 5 minutes when, upon hitting a small rise going back down into a shallow valley, we saw what at first we thought was an ambulance sitting still on the road, not moving an inch. Um, as we drew nearer, I noticed it looked squarish in shape and had an unusual light display about it that really didn't look like an ambulance that I've ever seen before. So wait, it was just sitting on the still on the road. Okay. Well, let's see what's going on here. As we got even closer, it began to start moving down the road about 15 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zoned road, which was only a two-lane road with a non-passing divided lines. I couldn't understand why they were going so slow, and my wife kept warning me not to pass it. We followed this thing until we crested the last little hill before crossing the Red River border. Just as we crested it, the vehicle ahead of us made a swishing sound and appeared to dart straight up in the air. A vehicle? What? We were going down the hill towards the river, and near the Arkansas side, two highway patrol or sheriff vehicles were parked as they would do if watching for speeders in either direction. They had their red flashing lights on while sitting there. As we passed them, my two daughters confirmed what my wife and I saw. It appeared as though they were somehow not moving. They didn't even move or look at us as we passed them at about 3 a.m. in the morning, and only vehicle on the road that time of morning. We arrived home in Hooks, I believe, before 3:30 a.m. We went to bed and woke up around 9 that morning, wanting to see the New Year's Day happenings on TV. What we heard was from a local TV station that there had been a UFO sighting near the Red River early that morning, and near the river power lines and trees were covered with what some refer to as angel's hair. I told my wife that I had to go see this, so we made the trek to the river to see. The angel's hair was there and covered quite a bit of things, and traffic was somewhat heavy, even though the news asked people not to go. I had my suspicions, though, and I wanted to check out if what I thought happened did. That is, thinking I saw the vehicle go straight up in the air. We crossed the river, and I asked my wife to look on her side of the road while I looked on my side to see if maybe there was some kind of side road going off it before the river. No such turn-offs that we could tell off before or even near the top of the rise before dropping off towards the river. I've looked for any kind of report on this and could not find anything online, except one guy on here on the same date made a report of seeing a reddish orange light that he says he saw, but I believe he said his sister saw nothing like what he did. Was just wondering if it might have been possibly the same vehicle or thing that we saw. So is the reddish orange light, was that in the sky? Was that like different from the vehicle thing that they saw? Or is it the same thing? Let's say. So yeah, it is. Reddish orange vehicle turned into an UFO, like it basically, and flew off from the road. So, okay. I don't know. It's a really interesting story, though. Like, report. Let's see. Squarish. Man, I don't know. No, here it says earlier something was lighting up the sky. But it must have been okay. It must have been so bright that they could see it in the sky from the like. Okay, well, I don't know what to think about that. I mean, that sounds really. It's definitely strange. Anybody make any sense of this? I definitely can't. But it's definitely. I just thought it would be. Sounded like an interesting story, so. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this one. I didn't expect it to be like this. So it's just one of those like really bizarre ones, I guess. Um, so let me know what you think. Hope you find the video interesting. And we'll be back with more UFO sightings videos shortly.